Hello and welcome back. Well, after working around Elcock's Dam yesterday, which belongs to the Reynolds family, we are moved on to Wright Family Seeds. Lyle and Carol own this field. This is 29. This is probably the highest assessed field or the nicest land that we farm. Right here, Derek's plowing away at about 3 miles an hour and 70 bushel wheat on this side. It's just amazing. This is a beautiful field to work in. This is where our mustard seed issues began, is along this strip, and I think it blew off some trucks that weren't tarped, some seeds that came from someplace else in the province. Started along this edge, and this whole field got contaminated, and we spread it with our combines. Hence the reason we have this seed destroyer on the back of this machine. Hopefully we're going to quit spreading it around. As you well know, we're not allowed to use any chemicals, so we harrowed this field many times this spring to try and kill the little mustard seeds, and it turned out very well. This is a nice clean field this year. As most of our wheat fields are usually pretty clean, they're pretty nice. I bring your attention to the colorful trees on the left. So here I'm passing, that's me on the right, and this is Mr. Duhame running this combine. It's a beautiful field to run. You just go back and forth, so it's quite more relaxing than going around curves all day. I do want to mention how much we appreciate having these oil guys. Mr. Duhame works in the oil patch and he gets some days off and he comes and helps us, and without those guys we'd be in trouble. Don Snell as well has a full-time job and comes and helps us when he can. We want to thank them. There you can see the colorful trees, the green ash along this one tree row in this field. All the rest of the tree rows don't have the colorful green ash, they just have green caraganas. So I think they may have had some, there you can see it, they may have had some chemical damage at one point. But this field is pretty much straight runs back and forth high, the reason why it's a highly assessed quarter section. We farm along that busy road, that's Pipeline Road, that paved road on the end there. There's a lot of trucks go on that road. Well, look at this. This is a blast from the past. My middle son dug out the old Versatile 800, the tractor that I farmed with when Chandra and I moved to the farm. The tractor that my dad bought on the year that I graduated, 1974. He bought this tractor brand new. He always said that somebody was going to come and take him away in a straitjacket when he bought this. There was no four-wheel drives in the country at the time and very few cabs. My dad was an early adopter. So he brought this machine and people came for miles around just to watch it. The cars were lined up on the roads near it to watch it, and we took many people for rides. We kept a 5-gallon pail beside the seat, and people would jump in, and were quite fascinated that you could be in a cab and have this many big wheels rolling around. Everything was two-wheel drive up until four-wheel drives became a thing. And I remember my dad saying that, mark my word, someday all tractors will be built like this, all pulling tractors. He was quite fond of this tractor. This was a simple machine. There was no bells and whistles. It had air conditioning, but it was loud. You had to wear hearing protection. But you don't need a laptop to fix it. A friend of mine said, if you can't fix it with a hammer, you know the problem is electrical. He was a funny guy. This tractor was originally paired with a 35-foot Morris cultivator, is the unit that we used all the time. This is just a little 16-foot John Deere, and it didn't penetrate very well. After this pass, he went back and got the 35-foot and said it went in a lot better. This drone that I'm flying goes up pretty high. I think I get up to about 360 feet here. And it's ironic that I'm afraid to fly. I have a fear of flying, and I have a fear of heights, and I have my whole life. And so this gives me an opportunity to get up there and be able to see the world from a high perspective. And it is a neat perspective. It's a whole different perspective from when you're living on the ground. So I get to about 360 feet, and this is the view that I really enjoy. It's still a little bit foggy. This was a kind of a cloudy day, but you can see a long way. There's Enbridge, the sloughs and the trees and the little potholes and stuff. It's a wildlife sanctuary. The deer and the rabbits and antelope and coyotes. There's Stevens Farm. They just love it, and it's like a park. Down below, you can't see out of these fields, and you can't see into them. These trees have become 20 and 30 feet high along the edges. It's really pretty along these trees, especially in the fall when it's color. The colors come out. The green ash will be anywhere from green, yellow, orange, red. They just turn. Oh, I just about hit the road. It feels like I'm kind of drunk. I better be careful. Anyway, I'm just going to head home and put my feet up and call it a day, I think. We're done combining and everything's kind of tough. We can't keep going. It's kind of frustrating. So anyway, thanks for watching. I enjoyed doing these videos.